Hello everyone! Thank you again for watching Ambitious.Ayumi channel. Today I am at my favorite fruit market in Canton, Michigan. This store is one of my favorite places to pick up produce, and although this store itself is a local small chain, I thought I can share my money saving tips when shopping produce that can be applied at any location you live at. So let's go inside and start shopping. Grocery has become much more expensive with the recent inflation, but there are still ways to save money. So here is my first tip. Tip number 1. Find the largest one when items are priced by piece. When you go around the produce aisle, you will probably notice that some items are priced by piece and some are by weight. As you can see in this picture of peppers, vegetable sizes can vary quite significantly. So if the item you want is priced by piece, make sure you get the biggest one. And if the item you want is priced by weight, then you can be very picky, like me. I'm just gonna get this small piece, because that's all I need. And now moving on to tip number 2. In-season items for fresh produce. Certain produce tends to fluctuate in price depending on the season. When in season, it's not just a better price, but usually tastes better and has more nutrition. Shown here is a little list of what is at its peak at each season. And if it's not in its season, you can always stock up on frozen when it's on sale. Moving on to tip number 3. Specialty stores are not your enemy. Not only farmers market or fruits and vegetable markets, but also specialty stores such as Asian stores and Latin stores can have good deals too for certain items. These type of stores cater people who are looking for certain products, so items such as exotic fruits, fresh herbs and greens could be more available compared to regular grocery stores. This tip not just applies for produce, but also applies for other grocery items as well. Just to know, Whole Foods, aka Whole Paycheck, is not included in my dictionary of specialty store for produce. Sorry, Whole Foods. And then tip number 4. Wholesale stores for organics. Even on a budget, you want to eat clean. I totally understand. And although it's inevitable that organic items will cost more than conventional items, you can save some decent amount of money at wholesale stores such as BJ's or Costco. My favorite wholesale store for produce is BJ's Wholesale, which I covered in the previous video shown here. For example, at BJ's, the organic romaine lettuce heads are $3.29, which is cheaper than the conventional romaine lettuce at a regular grocery store. But if that still does not fit the budget, or if you can't find what you want in organic, don't worry, because some items don't even have to be switched to organic. Here is a list of what's called the Dirty Dozen and Clean 15, issued by the Environmental Working Group, which shows which items are relatively safe eating non-organic and what's recommended in organic. A general rule of thumb is that items that can be peeled or washed or grown underground are relatively clean. And finally, tip number 5. Be adventurous and creative. I cannot stress this enough. When you go shopping for a certain item or trying to make something off of a recipe, we tend to get focused on that certain variety. But for example, these twisty cucumbers I found here are less than half the price of straight regular cucumber, but I tried it and I love it. And as you can see here, the white onions are cheaper than the red onions. Even if the recipe calls for a red onion, you can use white onion and it's not gonna taste that much different. And on top of that, cooking could be intimidating and seem time-consuming. But you know what? Actually, 9 out of 10, your vegetable can be consumed raw. The only vegetable that you need to be careful uncooked are potatoes and eggplants. So if you've only had salad out of a Dole salad kit bag, no. Here is me to prove that cooking could be so easy. All you need is this handy dandy cutting board and this cooking knife. I have a 10-ounce of romaine lettuce head here, which is the same as the Dole salad kit that's in like a regular size. Just grab the head of lettuce and off we go. Chop, 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 and I am cutting it even slower than usual. But see, it's not difficult. And if you are a frugal person like me, the bottom of the lettuce, this brown part, don't waste here. You can still eat it. Shave, get it off. And I just like to cut it in quarters because this is the crunchy and sweet part. Just like this. And one more. Cut it and cut it. See? That was not time consuming at all. Easy. And in less than 50 seconds, I have a pretty decent sized salad.
Wow.
And that's a wrap of today's video. I hope my silly demo and the 5 tips were useful for your next produce shopping. If you liked today's content, please like and subscribe. And I hope to see you in the next video. Keep on saving, and thank you again for watching.